guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the look that I've done for you today. I really hope you like it. I have been really enjoying playing around with cut creases lately. I really don't do them very often, and I kind of don't know why, because I love them now. I just think this is like, I think it's super awesome. I love the way it turned out. I love the colors I used, and I hope you do too. So I was never good at cut creases, and then I really just kept trying, and I got a lot better. So cut creases are just awful to do at first, but once you get the hang of it, I promise it's really not that hard. So there are a couple things that I did that I found made it easier to do a cut crease, and I hope you think that as well. So if you want to know how I did this look, please keep watching. Okay, so a cut crease. Cut creases are a bitch. Like, they just are. I don't even know how else to describe them, but they're a bitch. It took me a while to get this down, and I wanted to share my tips and tricks with you in case you wanted to do a cut crease. So I have hooded eyes, so it's especially hard for me to do everything when it comes to makeup, I feel like eyeliner, just eyeliner especially, but cut creases, and just what have you, because I have a lot of wrinkles on my eyes, like right here. It's just terrible. I will show you what I do to bypass the shittiness of my face. First, I'm going to take this raw sienna from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. It's this color right here, and a very thin angled eyeliner brush. So it goes at an angle, and it's super thin. You don't want a thick brush. So I'm using this color only as like an outline. So this is just going to outline where I'm going to be putting my cut crease. Since I have hooded eyes, I don't want to stretch my eyelids out like this, because then I can't see where my hood of the eye actually starts, like where the wrinkle is. So I'm going to look straight forward, and I'm going to start outlining my cut crease, but I'm going to go right above where my hooded line starts. So I'm going to start about right here and lightly draw out my crease. And with my line that I'm drawing, I'm going to be following the path of where my crease is in my eyelid. So I'm just going to be following the same path, still looking straight. And this line doesn't have to be dark, just very light. And then when I get to about here, what I like to do, and you don't have to do this, is I like to kind of flip it up to make the tail end meet the end of my eyebrow. But if you want to keep it straight, that's fine. This is just, it's all just preference, right? And this line doesn't have to be perfect in any way, shape, or form, so keep that in mind. All right, the next color I'm going to use is Burnt Orange from the Modern Renaissance palette. And just a small, tiny, dense, I guess a dense fluffy brush, just like this. And I'm going to dip into that burnt orange color, knock off any excess, and I'm just going to lightly, right above that line we created, just blend in this color. This doesn't have to be, you know, very clean. We just really want to blend this color in. Just make sure you stay right above that line. All right, and then the next color I'm going to be using is Venetian Red. It's this color right here. This color is super pigmented, so if you do use a color like this, start out light and then build on top of that if you need to. But you'll see right here how it's already super like red in your face red. So we want to be careful when using colors like this, especially when it's powdery like the Modern Renaissance palette is, because a lot of fallout will occur with this palette. After I do that, I'm going to take a fluffier brush like this. It's less dense, it's just bigger and fluffier. And I'm going to blend that out because I don't want it to be super harsh. After you blend that color out, what you're going to do next, take a darkish blue color. Mine is going to be Chi from the Masquerade palette by Juvias. And I am going to take a pointy brush just like this. This is the It Cosmetics Ugh, it got rubbed off. The number doesn't go. I think this is the 125 brush. Just take a pointed brush like this that goes through a very nice sharp tip. This is a dense brush, which is exactly what I want. I'm going to dip into that cheek color. So with this brush, I can't just start smudging it everywhere because we don't want this color to go below that line. So what I'm gonna do is take this brush and hold it not very hard, or I'm not gonna grip this brush right here and just dig into my eyeball like I'm writing an essay. I'm gonna hold it very lightly, more at the end of the brush, and just lightly go around the edge of that line. At this point, you can stretch your eye out because we did create that baseline. So if you want to stretch your eye out just a little bit so you don't get any like wrinkles and you're not like getting skipping lines on your eyelid, that's totally fine because I'm going to do that. But we do want to make sure that we're very careful with this color. Right? So I'm just going to start slowly blending. And whatever color you use, just again start out light and build on top of that, because the more color you start out with, the harder it's going to be to take off if you need to. And then I'm going to go back in with this little tiny dense brush and blend that out. Again, keep it above that line. And the next color I'm going to use is Makida from the Masquerade palette, also by Juvias. It's this color right here. So any kind of dark purple color will be fine. And again, we're just going to do the same exact thing. Just be careful, take your time, hold your brush very light, and just start shading right above that line. Cut creases like this are all about taking your time. The more time you take, the better it's going to look. So just make sure you're being patient and taking your time. When you're done blending those colors out and it looks how you want it to, take a white eyeliner. It doesn't have to be any kind of specific eyeliner. I like gel, but if you prefer like a liquid liner, that's totally fine. This one just happens to be from NYX, and it's just a white gel liner. I'm going to take that angled eyeliner brush that we use to mark out our line, and I'm going to dip right into that gel liner. So this is probably the most important part of your cut crease. This is the part that's going to give you that really nice cut out shape. So this is the part you really want to take your time with. What I like to do is start out right in the middle and then just start lightly lining out my cut crease. You can stretch your eye for this because we already drew out where we want everything. Alright, so I'm also going to take this right down into my inner corner and pull up. And then when you get to the end, just flick it out towards your eyebrow if you'd like. That's how I like to do it. Okay, when you have your cut crease all shaped out, take a white eyeshadow. This is Aspen Summit from just Sephora. And it's just a nice light white eyeshadow, and I'm going to set that white gel liner with this powder just so it doesn't crease and like transfer all over my lid. For my lid, what I'm going to do is take a flat brush like this, right? And I'm going to take the Smolder Dazzle Lock. This is basically a glitter glue, but I'm going to just take a dot on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take Smolder Cosmetics Loose Glam Dust in Pink Gold. I would show you what it looks like, but this is gone like haywire inside my tub, so I'm scared I'm going to dump it all over the place, so I can't really like tip it over and show you. I'm going to take that brush, dip into that glue, and then what I'm going to do is start packing the glue onto my lid. So, where that empty space is, I'm going to start patting that glue onto my lid and then simultaneously dipping into that rose gold color and then packing it on right where I put that glue. Alright, and then we're going to continue this all over the lid. And you do want to put this loose eyeshadow on right when you put the glue down. You don't want to wait for it to dry or anything. That's really not how this kind of glue works. So wherever you put the glue down, just make sure right after you put it down, you put down your loose eyeshadow. After we have our eyeshadow down, what we need to do is put on some eyeliner. And the eyeliner I'm going to use is Maybelline Eye Studio. It's just a black gel liner. Looks like this. It's going to draw a light line right here. And then I'm going to connect it . So I have my liner drawn on my top lid, but I'm going to connect it down just a little bit right here. All right, and then stop about right there. And I don't care how messy that looks right now because we're gonna smudge it out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, and for this, I'm going to take my dense little fluffy brush like this, and then I'm going to go back into my Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. And I'm going to pick up the color Burkina, which is this color right here. And I'm just going to lightly just smudge this all over my bottom lid. All right, and after you smudge that color out, I'm going to go into the color Chi, which is like that bluish color we use. And I'm going to do the same thing. Last color is Makida, and it's that dark purple color. And we're gonna do that all over again. Okay, for your waterline, you can just take any black liner and just run this in your waterline. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and this is in the color Perversion. Okay, so for mascara, I used the Maybelline Lash Sensational on this side, but I can't find it right now. So I'm going to use the LA Color Perfect Curve Mascara. And since I'm going to be putting false lashes on, it doesn't matter anyway. So I'm going to throw my lashes on and then I will be right back. Alright guys, so now that my eyelashes are on, the last thing I have to do is this inner corner color right here. And that color is the Urban Decay Solstice. And it looks like this. It is one of my favorite eyeshadows ever. And all I'm going to do is just rub that on my pinky and then just pop that right into my inner corner like this. And then for my lipstick, I use the NYX Liquid Suede in Sandstorm, which is this color right here. And that's what is on my lips. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. It's such a fun look and you can do so many different cut crease looks with this. So just try it out, and you know, if you can't get it the first time, you just got to keep practicing. I definitely had to, so if you can't get it, just keep trying. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching again. Please stay safe and happy, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.